Hey guys, today we're going to make Revel Bars. I feel like this is the forgotten classic. So heat up your oven to 350, grab a big pan like this one, I think it's 15 by 10, and grease it. And in your mixer, you're going to do 2 sticks of butter, 2 cups of brown sugar, 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and then you're going to put in the flour. You can do 2½ cups of plain flour, or you could do 1½ cups of plain white flour and a cup of whole wheat flour if you happen to have it around. I usually put this in a bowl by itself first, mix in a teaspoon of baking soda, and then you can throw that into the mixer and mix it into the other ingredients. Last thing we're going to put in the mixer is oatmeal. Quick cooking oats. Don't mix it up with one that takes 5 minutes to cook. They're both going to say rolled oats on it, so I've goofed this up before. That's why I'm warning you. The quick cooking oats take 1 minute to cook if you look at the instructions on how to cook it for breakfast. But you're not going to cook it. You're just going to put in 3 cups of dry oatmeal and mix that in. And then we're going to take 2/3 of our dough and press it into this big pan that we prepared. After that, we make the fudge. So that takes 1.5 cups of chocolate chips, 2 tablespoons of butter, and a can of Winnie the Pooh's second favorite thing, sweetened condensed milk. And this is really easy. You just stir it over low heat until it's melted, till that chunk of butter is all melted and the chocolate chips are all melted. And then you stir in 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and if you like nuts, you can put in 1/2 cup of chopped nuts. And we're going to spread it all over our bars. So this might seem kind of complicated. We have layers, pots, mixing bowls, but if you think of it this way, you don't have to frost these when they come out of the oven. All in one, the frosting bakes inside of it. You'll realize it's really not that complex. I'm not going quite all the way to the edges with my fudge because I don't want it to get stuck to the edges when it bakes. There you go, pretty good. Now I've got the rest of my dough right here, about 1/3 of the dough, and I'm gonna kind of sprinkle it in chunks all over the top. When this bakes, it melts down just a little bit, and you can still see the chocolate in between the dough. The dough, when it's done, will be a light golden brown, like a typical cookie look. The fudge will not. The fudge will still look wet, and that's okay. So don't stick a toothpick in this one to try and figure out if it's done. Just go by the look of the top of the cookie. This looks kind of cool. I always think it looks sort of like a map or a puzzle. Of course, you cut it into bars and it loses that look, but then you can eat it. It's pretty tasty. So if you're cooking for a very traditional crowd that loves chocolate chip cookies, oatmeal cookies, that you kind of want to make something new and different, highly recommend Revel Bars. Everybody's going to love them. They have classic appeal. Chocolate and oatmeal, you can't go wrong. The thing is, it makes a really big pan, so I'm kind of wondering if they're going to freeze well. If anybody tries it out, I would love to know if you thought they froze pretty good. All right, now all I have to do is stick this in the oven for 25 minutes, and we'll see if it gets golden brown in 25 minutes. cut it into squares, and ta-da, Revel Bars. I also kind of want to know why they're called Revel Bars. It's like revel and frolic, let's have a party with old-fashioned words. Well, yeah, you guys can let me know if you ever figure out why they're called Revel Bars. In the meantime, enjoy them, and I will see you at the library.